guess who we got next week? That's right. It is the boys up north coming to Columbus. So let's just take a few minutes to discuss that. Michigan today, again, all they try to do is survive and advance as well, and that's what they did. Illinois let them off the hook. They've got the best field goal kicker in the country in Jake Moody. Probably win the Grozer Award again. And he was able to boot them on the last play of the game, basically, to get them to win and get them out of there. But the big thing right now is Blake Corum. Now, it didn't look good at first. Now, he came out in the second half, and I guess he wanted to be like, hey, people, I'm fine. I'm good here. Don't worry about me. Well, he only carried it one time, and he was out, okay? I know this. When you get clipped like that, there was a little bit of a hyperextension in the back of his knee, which caused him to fumble the football because he wanted to grab for his knee, all right? That is going to be something to watch all week. Now, Donovan Edwards didn't play today, so they held him out. Who knows what was going on there? So the only chance Michigan will have to beat Ohio State next week, and it is a chance, you have to give them a chance, is if Corum and Donovan Edwards are both healthy, okay? I think Ohio State will fare better, one, because they're at home, all right? They're at home. As we just said, Ohio State is a much different team at home than they are on the road, all right? They will be ready to go next week. And I believe that Michigan still has not seen an offense like Ohio State that can put stress on them, all right? And what I mean by that is Ohio State's three wideouts, their running backs, they will be able to stress and really force Michigan out of some things that they've normally done defensively, okay? So what does Michigan want to do? Do they want to try to play zone? Well, go ahead and play zone because I'll put my chances on our three guys and our tight end, Cade Stover, all day long. You'll get picked apart. Now, or you need to send some heat and try to make Stroud feel uncomfortable, but you also then open up yourself, if you're playing man back there, susceptible to big plays. So I think right now I'm obviously going to give the edge to Ohio State, okay, just because it's at home and because I just don't think Michigan will be able to handle Ohio State's firepower offensively. The weather right now is going to be fine. It's going to be just like today. There will be some rain in Columbus overnight on Friday, but it looks like it's going to be in the mid-40s to low 40s. So there's no weather we have to worry about on Saturday. So it'll be a great test. It'll be senior day. There'll be seniors walking out on that field for the last time, and you've got all the marbles at stake. You wouldn't want it any other way. This is why you come to Ohio State. You want to come to Ohio State to, one, win a Big Ten championship, and two, beat your rivals. Three, go to the playoffs. Four, win a national championship, okay? That's what you look for. That's why you sign your name on that letter of intent to come to Ohio State, is to play in games like this, to win a Big Ten championship, and to pop your rival, okay? So it'll be high noon next week. Couldn't love it any other way. And, obviously we'll be back here again for our breakdown. And I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Before I forget that, thanks for coming on as well, as always, and contributing. And I can't wait till next week. I'm on vacation with work, so that's always nice. I get all week to sit here and think about this game on Saturday. So, again, things next week. I think Michigan, and again, it's a big question mark with Blake Corum. I don't think he's going to be a full 100%. I really don't. After that, what we just saw. So it will be interesting to see how he's used. Donovan Edwards will be fine, but he's not the same back as Blake Corum. Blake Corum reminds me a lot of J.K. Dobbins from Ohio State. Wears the same number. He's small. He's compact. He's strong. His cut ability is outstanding. So that is definitely going to, really have Michigan behind the sticks a little bit. So just to talk about that a little bit more, J.J. McCarthy, too, people, Ohio State has got to load the box up and basically see if J.J. McCarthy can throw the ball against us. That's what they've got to do. Load the box up. We're not going to let you hand the ball off and get 4 and 5 yards a carry, all right? Ohio State's going to play much better. Not to mention Jim Knowles says he's still holding stuff back until that game. So it'll be interesting to see. And with Jim Knowles' pass scheme that he has, I can't wait to see if J.J. McCarthy can understand that. Because, again, he's a mad scientist when it comes to pass defense. Someone like J.J. McCarthy, who all he's done is dink and dunk all year because they haven't had to rely on him and throw the ball downfield, okay? You saw today how many balls he errantly tossed. It was crazy. He had guys wide open at times and threw them over his head, okay? So that's going to be a big question mark for Michigan next week is, can J.J. McCarthy, if they're down, is there any way he can get them back in the game next week? So that's another thing that we need to look for going to that game next week. I've got some final comments here. Let's take a look here and see what guys have said here. No, I know. I just talked about it. Jay Barnes, I think Donovan Edwards was more of a holdout, kind of like what Ohio State has done with Travion Henderson and Maya Williams at times, just kind of keeping guys out. And, but I do like our offense. I like our guys. I do. Dallin Hayden, tremendous job again. But Corum, I get it. We'll see how he's going to do. And, I get it. There's 30-mile-an-hour winds there today. They weren't sustained, but he still missed guys that were wide open. And it wasn't like they were throwing them down the field 40 yards, okay? Those were 10 to 15-yard passes that he didn't put on him. I was at the Northwestern game, Eric. Those were 35 to 70-mile-an-hour winds up there, okay? I was sitting in the stands watching it. C.J. Stroud put balls right on guys' numbers, and they dropped them in that game. J.J. McCarthy, there were just errant tosses, regardless of the wind, okay? And the wind was his back, too, all right? And he missed those guys. Obviously, throwing into the wind is going to be a little bit harder. Throwing balls from with the wind at your back are a little bit easier, all right? But he just flat out missed them. So that's what I mean. I want to see how J.J. McCarthy can handle things next week. Again, we're going to have good weather conditions. And, again, I can't wait for it. It's the game. Best rivalry in all of sports.